here we go. This is a DJI Mini 4 Pro, a little foggy flight. Not too bad, a little Dragon production. And we'll see, ooh, that looks like wintertime to me. But I don't see any snow here, but it is still definitely wintertime out. See if we can get the prop started here. Power up. There we go. We're gonna sit here and get our bearings for a minute. Make sure that everything is right on the controller and the drone. And we'll take it up a little bit and let it find its GPS landing site. And check the controller, make sure the forward and backwards is working the way it should. Make sure all the controls are working just right. Yep, forward, let's go back, yep. Looks good. Okay, let's get her squared away here and take her up, let her find her GPS landing site. And there we go. And we're off to the races. And get around this guy here so we don't have anybody under us. And we'll head down the walking trail here. You can see little skiffs of snow left. We had, 5-6 inches last week or week and a half ago. Temperatures well below zero, getting down 10, 12 below at night. And wind chills at 20 to 30 below zero. So it's come a long way. This is the first day in about a week and a half that we've had any sunshine coming out at all. And as you can see, it's generating some fog. So hopefully we'll get through that fog here. It'll get burned off pretty soon, I think, once the sun is supposed to come out today. I haven't seen the sun in such a long time. There's some of it shining through the clouds. You can see it right there. Like I said, it's been a week and a half or more since I've seen sunshine. So hopefully we'll get this flight in before it clouds up. I think it's supposed to turn sunny the rest of the day. It is very, very, very muddy out. Had rain and then snow and then ice and then melting snow. And right now it's probably about 35, 36 degrees. And there you can see fog out on the horizon still. That sun will start burning it off here pretty quick. But it was a foggy flight, that's for sure. Not as bad as it could have been. I've been in worse fog, but it gets like that. I try to keep it down a little bit lower. Okay, I think there might be ice on that pond. I'm not sure. Some ice on it, yeah. You wouldn't want to walk out on it by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll hang a right here, I think. And I'd start drifting here to the right a little bit. There we go. Not much going on. Just thought I'd get the Mini 4 Pro out. For a little flight, test out our wings. There's some more fog. Here we go. The last update on the Mini 4 I did a week or two ago has got some funny things coming up on the controller now. The getting some obstacle avoidance warnings up and down and sideways on the controller now, even when I'm at altitude. So funny stuff going on. Didn't like that update. Thought it was kind of a hokey one, but they snuck it on there. There you go. Now you can see some of the fog that we're dealing with here. So we'll see how this flight goes. This is not going to be a long flight. We're going to find our way back in this fog. I'll have another flight coming out right after this one. This one is just a short test to just see how she did in the fog. And like I said, I try to get down a little bit lower than the fog, but the foggy ceiling was dropping down pretty quick on me here. But the only good thing is, as you can tell, the sun is starting to burn off the fog. An hour before I shot this video, geez, it was really foggy out. We've been down at night to, quarter mile, half mile visibilities at night. As the temperature started to warm above freezing, we've been so cold for so long with snowpack that you get that inversion that happens. The warm air aloft over the cold air, and that's what you get is the fog. So But we'll get through this, and I've got another flight I did right after this one. See if we see any animals out today. Deer season is over, so they ought to be jumping all over the place. I did see one, but it was on the way to the park. He's standing out in the field eating. Look, there's a little jitter there, minding his own business. Saw some turkeys out there too, but seems like once I get the flying, bink, they're gone. It doesn't scare them off or anything. They're just, by the time I get there and get up in the air and everything, they're back in the woods. So we're going to come back up this walkway here, and we're just takeoff points right there in front of us. So we are not too far off our mark right now. Coming straight back. I think we may veer here to the left. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Head down this way a little ways. See what's going on. There's that other pond right there. And it looks like it's mostly froze over still also. Not much for the deer to eat right now. They're eating browse, and if they can find any acorns that haven't been snatched up already, they'll eat those, or any nuts they can find, but mostly it's browse. So, you know, you'll see them along the edges of the woods there, but not so much out in the open fields unless they can find some good ryegrass or something to chew on there. Let's see. Okay, we're back in the fog again. So we're going to do just a short flight up this way, and then we'll make a U-turn and head back for home. There we are. There's that guy's pond. I wanted to see that. He's got a nice little lake there on his property. Well, wouldn't that be rough? I can see me throwing a line in there, but I don't think the owner can see me doing that. So I'm guessing that's not going to happen. That's all right. Plenty of public lakes out there for me to do that with. I just finding time. You know how it is. Time's the one thing that waits for no man. Or anything, really. It marches on, like the old saying says. Okay, you see little bits of skiffs of snow in there. It's a good deer bedding area on the park property. Go down this tree line. There's the raptor house down there. They just finished with a managed archery hunt on this property here, on this park property, and conservation property. A managed whitetail deer hunt with bow. I'm not sure how many they harvested off the 700 acres. Usually they're in the low 20s, 20, 25. Maybe did a little bit better. There's our Elks Lodge right there. And we just get over here and we'll do a spin around and we're going to head back home. She seems to be handling real well. I didn't have any problems in the flight other than the weird things I was getting on the controller screen about obstacle avoidance. You know, I'd get some errors to the left and then to the below me, and those things shouldn't be popping up, and they never did till I did this last firmware update. So DJI, get your act together. You're screwing things up. Anyway, here we go. Not any color in the woods yet, of course, in January. And we're keeping her pretty low today. That's a good bedding area right there. I've hunted that area a lot of times. Hunted this area. Lots of deer. You just got to be there all the time, you know, at the right time and the right place. We're headed back towards our landing site. And we get closer up here, we'll let return to home take over and see if we get a precision landing. There we go. There's the caretaker's house for the park property. That little pond down there, lake, whatever you want to call it, it's full of small catfish, real good eating size catfish. Fished it many times. So here we go. We're going to see where we're at, and then we're going to go ahead and do a return to home here in a second, and we'll see just how close she comes. As you can see, the fog is burned off basically everywhere now. Okay. I am still flying it. We'll stop again up here and we'll do a return to home right now. Oop. There we go. And we'll see how she does. Anyway, that was the January flight for you. Midwinter, could have flown in the snow. Did fly in the snow a little bit, but the temperatures were just too cold, with temperatures hovering 0 or below most of the time for the last 2 weeks. So starting to moderate now. So even at 30, it was 34 degrees and my fingers were getting cold. But it's starting to moderate now, so we'll try to get some more content out there for you. Hope you enjoyed this short flight. Let's see, she's going to find herself here. She should drop that camera and spin herself. There she is. She sees that little spot. We'll see if she gets close today. Anyway, everybody stay safe out there. Hope you enjoyed it. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's the best thing I can tell you. The golden rule is always the best one to follow. Do everybody right. Let's see. Here we come. There goes the camera. Signal camera up. Take care of yourselves. Be good out there. Be safe. We'll talk to you again soon. Boom. There we go.